So we've come about an hour out, and this is a wadi, which is basically just an area where there's water, and in this case there is a dam, and apparently you can climb up these steps on the dam and get up, and it's very beautiful on the other side. So I'm going to see if I can work that out. And we're here with Marcel and Isaac and another pilot, a friend of Marcel's, and his name is Allison, and he is from Trinidad and Tobago, and he has been here for a year. But his family, his 3 children and wife, have just moved here as of 7 days ago. So this is all very exciting to them, just as it is to us. And I rode up here with Allison and his family, and there's fantastic people, like really, really intelligent people, lovely to talk to, very insightful. He spent a couple of years in India, and his Indian experience, just as everybody else, when we tell people that we left India in a rush because we were ill, he laughs. So he understands, and just explaining our experiences and his experiences with India and just the similarities, very funny. So that was a really fun ride, and I guess we're going to explore. And something else that's interesting about a wadi is kind of like what I think of in my head as an oasis, because if you look around over here, there's trees all the way around here, and they're definitely not trees up here. So this is unique to this area, and just seeing water and stuff is really, really amazing. So there's a lot of Omanis here and a lot of Indians, and you can see Katie is down. She's already in the water, so I'm gonna go down there and cool off, I think. So we were just out in the water here, and we had a group here, and there's a group of guys over here, and then there's a group of people over here, and we all had a yelling competition. 3, 2, 1, and scream. And then it would just kind of go around. And that's apparently what they do for fun here. And then you got these characters here. And it's kind of another thing that's a little normal, but a little odd for us. This man, one guy is washing the other guy's legs and giving him a massage. And that's completely legit. So here's what we're gonna climb. These things are about 4 foot tall each step, and we're gonna climb all the way up to the top. And from what the sounds of all of our friends are making, this water is extremely cold. So that should be refreshing, considering it's 1,000,000 degrees out. This is kind of interesting looking, the way that the dam water is coming out. It's really neat.
It's seriously cold.
Yeah?
It's seriously cold.
You can see Isaac up there being a Superman, as he tends to be. Look at him just go, wham, wham, wham. So you can see how high this is. So I'm standing in front of one step. And I'm about that far up from the water. And we block the sun. Katie is right there. Show your arms.
What about them?
The red. I hope you can see that in the camera. She looks a bit like a lobster.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse. Not looking forward to that.
So we're sort of near the top of the dam at that point, and kind of comes up into this corner, and where Katie is, this little speck here, the stairs, like a stairway. So this winds back up and over, and then we'll climb over, and I'm hoping to see a river. And there's Katie waving her arms. So just a little bit further up, and there's this big gate. And I'm just gonna see. No such luck. Anyway, so this is just a little bit further up from where I just made that last video right here. And this is what it's turned into. So as you can see, there's a little narrow stairway. And let's run up the stairs. Ooh, it's warm. And it just kind of goes up, and there's the top of the dam. to the top. Look at this giant cave. Oh, that's neat. So this is a lizard inside of this cave. And it's not very big, but it's still interesting to see. Oh, there he goes. He doesn't like I have a light on the front of the camera, and I don't think he's a big fan of that. Oh, wow. Katie's found some shade. I figured you would be diving off here by now.
This is what we've been climbing to see, and it is spectacular. This is the Deca Dam. Got a Brazilian accent for you there. All of these palm trees have somehow made their way here.
It's from the last cyclone, yeah?
That's from the cyclone?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That was in June, right?
Yes.
That's crazy. And the ground is very hot.
Yes.
And we're with some crazy people who have come up here with no shoes on. Yeah. Gonna have to samba it out. That's where we were climbing before, where we were walking before our climb. It looks incredible from the air.
So we're going to be hopping down all these steps. All the way. All the way down here. And I'm going to go under that water.
The water coming out of this thing's making a lot of noise, and it's really, really chilly. Allison and Eric have decided to go in. I don't know if I'm gonna. I might as well. Here we go. Wadi side coffee. It's pretty nice.
Side coffee, huh?
Getting our boil on.
You can see some fish chewing on Isaac here.
Oh my gosh, they're huge. Ooh, this one's getting
So we're at a barbecue here with all of the Brazilians and Isaac, and these are chicken hearts. What does it taste like?
It's seasoned well, and it's kind of just squishy, but it still has texture to it. It's like between meat and fat.
So Isaac and I have come to the Grand Mosque in Muscat, and look at this building. This dome, the gold underneath like the crossboard webbing, it actually lights up at night, so it glows gold, and it's pretty fascinating in the evening. And apparently the mosque is fairly new, like maybe 10 years old. So it's very modern, but still kind of retains the exact same look you see in other mosques. And just to think about all the grass planted here in Muscat, like, the complicatedness of keeping that alive. This is the women's prayer room, and look at these chandeliers. Like, it's really showing off some wealth here in a certain way. But the construction is really interesting. Because it's so new, it was obviously built after air conditioning was invented and all that. So like Isaac was saying, that air conditioning is installed up in here, and it just kind of disappears into the ceiling. So you don't have this gaudy box hanging on the wall or anything. And, oh, aside from that gaudy box, but anyway. And you can see how intricate everything is actually done. The attention to detail is astonishing. Okay, so we're in the main prayer hall, and this is just astonishing, the way that this area looks. And that dome that I showed you on the outside that I said glows gold is actually directly above me, and I will give you a look at what's up there. That chandelier has got to be 30 or 40 feet tall. It's difficult to tell from the perspective, but I'm thinking about how tall am I and how tall is that, and I'm putting it together, and it's really, really big. And there's the dome, of course, right above it, all of this. Everything is so intricate. Isaac said that somehow inside of the chandelier, we're not exactly sure how this works, but rumor has that there's a small staircase that like winds up inside so that they can walk outside and they can clean it. And if you look at these are actually a representation of a small mosque. Each one of them looks like a different mosque, and it's got the crescent moon and everything on the very top. So, I mean, that's just absurd. Apparently, it's one of the largest chandeliers in the world. I cannot see or fathom something much larger than that. And the building and the room itself is very large. And, of course, in this case, Mecca is this direction. And over there on the backside, we walked around the whole perimeter. Over there on the backside is the Sultan's entrance for the occasions that he comes and has prayer here. But this is the most explosive looking mosque that we've ever been to before. And it's really just astonishing. I'm really, really glad we came. Another little interesting tidbit is security guards have got pistols. I don't think I've ever seen that at a mosque before either. So we're at a birthday dinner for my friend Allison, his daughter. She's turning 18 today, so there's a large group of people here. And I've got a Lebanese pizza that I have no idea if it's going to be any good, but we're going to try. It has pine nuts and I don't know, maybe that's goat or lamb, who knows. So that should be an interesting endeavor. And everything's really good. And this is like a Japanese fusion place. We had sushi, and now I'm having Lebanese, and they're having pasta. So it's an interesting conglomeration of food. And we're actually sitting right by the ocean. So there's a nice atmosphere and view and everything. So here we are, and it's an interesting environment. There are people from Brazil and the States and Trinidad and Tobago, and it's crazy, the expat life.